Hey guys, this is Shannon with Ingress, and this is my third vlog with him. You can see here in the video we're working on some trot work in his flat. He's a naturally very compact, upright horse, so sometimes the hardest thing for him is to stretch long and low through his top line. So I spent a lot of time getting him to kind of stick his nose out, swing his back, relax, take that deep breath. He's such a balanced horse that it's not so much about finding his balance like it is with a lot of young horses. He kind of tends to carry himself in a lovely uphill frame rather naturally. So I spend a lot more of my time working on the long and the low, getting him to kind of take that deep breath and relax, especially because he is a stallion. Sometimes he carries himself a little bit tight anyways. And you can see him really start to take that deep breath. I've worked with Julie Ronning here in Aiken on his flat work, and she has been a huge help with me across the board on all my horses. Yeah, you can see him here really start to stretch down and figure it out. Yeah, both directions. What a good boy. He's really starting to get that overstep in his trot work. And his canter is so easy and balanced anyways. I spend a bit more time here. There we are in a good walk. What a good boy. And here I am over at Helen Lafitte Hills Farm, Bridlewood, which is thankfully only a couple minutes from my farm. And John Abbott, a local jumper trainer here in town, is here helping me out a little bit with Ingress and working on some canter poles in his step. Oh, you can see a little hard for him, so we come back around, but Ingress very rarely ever says no, so he's such an easy horse to work with that way. John's here telling me to work on not helping him so much and push him in between my reins.
Keep him between your reins.
And here you can see us starting to work on a little course work. Trying to keep it nice and simple, let him jump on over without me getting in his way too much. Ingress is such a bold jumper, most of the time is staying out of his way and letting him figure it out himself. Yeah, and then we working on kind of keeping it easy because he is a bold, energetic guy. And here I'm working on some cross country and really trying to let him use his own neck and find his balance on cross country without holding him off the fences and helping him too much. I can be a little bit guilty of that on my young horses and helping them find the distance and setting them up for success. But a lot of times they need to find their own feet, their own distance, help themselves get down the hills and up the hills without me influencing too much. And especially because Ingress can be a bit short coupled. You change your weight and it changes a lot of him. What a good boy. He's got such a great natural jump, and it's best to stay out of his way. Here you can see him coming down to the coffin. I'm working really hard to let him find that distance, not get in his way, soften at the base of the fence. Oop, even if he takes that peek. Good boy. This was actually all shot on his 4th birthday, and you can see him there having a little gallop and flyer to that fence. He was really enjoying himself that day. Here you can kind of see the phases of him learning to jump into the water. A little peek, a little bit, jumps over his shoulder, but he's bold and doesn't mind. So here you see him kind of cantering around at the vista. And you can see him get a little bit more bold, be a little bit more aware of his feet, and rock onto his hind end here. What a good boy. And then I let him canter on a little bit. I really have been working with him on some terrain and letting him find his balance on the terrain. And even if it breaks down to a trot, at least he is picking what he's comfortable in. And I just kind of stay out of his way and soften my hand. So you can see I'm on a pretty long rein here. And off he pops off the bank. Here I am at Kate Brown's here in Aiken, working on some cavalettis and some grids with Ingress and some quick footed exercises, and he doesn't have any trouble with this. What a good boy. And right on through like a gentleman. There's so many good things to say about Ingress, especially since he started to get collected as a stallion. And even with all the uncertainty, he's still been such a blast to have around, and excited to move forward with his future.